Okay, Sterling Ink fans, don't come for me in this video.
One of the many highly anticipated planner launches of the 2025 season is Sterling Ink's Common Planner launch, which happened throughout this month and which includes a similarly impressive lineup to last year's. She has just about every type of layout in almost every size imaginable. It is truly an impressive feat. And I have been a longtime lover of her planner products. Last year, I even bought 2 of her planners. But this year, I am taking a different tack. And it might be kind of underwhelming for those of you who came here looking for a bunch of fancy new planners from her fancy new launch. So in this video, I'm gonna show you what I actually did order and how I'm gonna make it work for my 2025 plans. And bonus at the end of the episode, I'm also gonna be unboxing a little JetPens order to show you some of the accessories I'm taking with me into 2025.
Before I did this, I wanted to paint my nails like Sterling Ink red. You know how she always has red in her videos, but I just didn't have time. So here I am, kind of boring nails, kind of exciting package. Let's go ahead and open it up and I will explain to you what I got. Okay, let's start with the planner. It comes in this nice brown box, which I have not yet seen. Usually I get her planners in the black box, but that is probably because I did not get a standard planner from Sterling Ink for 2025. I did not even get a single planner from her 2025 lineup. I wanted to, believe me, there were planners that I had my eye on that I thought looked really nice, particularly her new daily planner with the nice gray tweed. I thought that looked so beautiful. I just think this planner is going to be better for my needs. So I really had to do a lot of soul searching and identifying exactly what I wanted out of my Sterling Ink order this time around, exactly what I would use going into 2025. Because let's not forget, last year I bought 2 planners from Sterling Ink. I bought the B6 Common Planner in this blue-gray color. I also bought it in the half year, so this is only the first half of the year. The second half of the year is actually at work. And I also bought her teeny tiny pocket planner, so it's about, half the size of the B6, which is so small, but it actually does have a lot of space in it. And I found that this year, these 2 planners didn't really do what I had hoped they would do for me. So first, I loved my Common Planner from 2023. I got that first launch that Catherine made, and I thought it was an amazing planner. I really liked having it in the full year. Actually, I'll show you. This was my 2023 Sterling Ink Common Planner, and I really got a lot of use out of the dated section in the beginning, and then didn't really use the notes pages in the back to the fullest extent. So I don't know why I thought going into 2024 that I would need 2 separate books, but for some reason I thought I would, and I have been trying to come up with excuses and ways to use these books throughout the whole year. This is just the first half of the 2024 planner that I got, because I did decide to buy the version where you get 2 books, one for the first half of the year, one for the second half of the year. And I really wasn't on my grind for the first half of the year using this book. A lot of the pages are blank, which is fine, but also a lot of the notes pages at the end are blank, which is, again, fine. I tried to pick it up in the second half of the year, and so far that's going a lot better. But what I realized about this is I really don't like the thin sort of avec style book. I really like the substance of having the entire book in one year. I like how big this feels. I like the weight that it accumulates. So I learned really quickly that this was not going to work for me. And then with this tiny one, I just really have a tough time like fully writing in a planner this size. And I learned that in a million different ways this year. I bought a bunch of tiny planners to experiment with, and none of them worked for me. Basically, B6 size and smaller is a tough sell for me now. And I know that because I experimented, so I don't regret experimenting, but as of right now, I'm just sort of trying to invent new ways to use this so I can at least get something out of the pages. My latest attempt for September was going to be sort of a tarot tracker to track what tarot decks I'm using during the course of the month. And so in this one, I was using the Morgan's Tarot as basically as an oracle, and also the Carnival at the End of the World. But you can see I didn't fill out my monthly, and my dailies are like even more pathetic, but it's fine. It's an experiment, and I know this size doesn't really work for me. So all that said, for 2025, I did not pick up a dated planner. I picked up an undated planner. So let's open this together. Feel that weight. It feels so much better than just the flimsy half year. I'm sure those of you who really chunk up your planners would like a half year, but to give you the difference in size, this one is so much more substantial than this one, and it just feels a lot better for me personally. I like having it all in one book. I like having it this sort of heavy. I got it without the gold edging just to try it, really, because all of the planners I've gotten from her before have had the gold edging. So I wanted to try the white edge just to see how I like it. I think it looks great. I probably do slightly prefer the gold edging, but I think this looks really nice too. I especially like the gold when it ages. So I'm gonna miss that in 2025, but I think this is fine for now, to be honest. And let's go through some of the layouts and just check it out on the inside, and I'll walk you through why I bought this and not a dated planner from her new launch. So you can see that it's missing all of the like 2023 B6 sizing information on the cover and then on the inside as well. It doesn't have any calendar dates, so if I wanted that in there, I'd have to either write it out myself or print it out. But it does have nice 2 pages in the beginning, and then we are into our goal breakdown, which is one of the few pages that still has the text. And I got this planner because, and here are the other goal breakdown pages, which you can probably barely see the outlines on camera. They're still so faint. I should say also, this is an undated planner from her 2024 launch of undated planners. She will possibly do a 2025 launch of undated planners, or even a 2026 launch of undated planners that either, come in the new colors that she's offering for 2025 and or come with the printing upgrades that she has made for 2025. One thing I really like about her 2025 launch is that she made the print inside slightly darker. This was also something that she made as a change for 2024. The 2023 print is super light compared to 2024. It's just like a little bit darker. It's really hard to tell, but it's just a little bit darker. So she seems to be going slightly darker every single year, which I like. I think that's better on the eyes, and I think it makes for a better planning experience. But in terms of this one, it's still very light. It's still the same as it was in 2024 because this is from her 2024 planner launch. And I bought this just because I really didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to second guess myself if I waited. I didn't want to deal with all of that sort of mess and sort of give myself opportunities to fall in love with the new launch when what I really knew I needed was an undated planner for this year. Because in my historic examples of using the common planner, I either really was in the weeklies or really was in the blank pages at the back. And sometimes what ended up happening was that I would skip several weeks in a row, or I would not use a bunch of daily pages in a row, and then I would just end up with these like big blank gaps in my planner. But with an undated planner, I can really focus in on doing like planned sprints. So these quarterly pages are really going to come in handy for me, I think, because I can have these be whatever quarter I want them to be. Like, I don't have to line up with January, February, March, April, May, June. Like, I don't have to line it up perfectly. I can basically start and stop whenever, which I think is going to be really helpful for me as someone who is just in and out of a lot of different systems and things. But also, just buying the undated means that I will really get to control how this looks, how this feels when it starts and when it stops. And I think that that is mostly what I need for the course of the year. Of course, it still does have like 52 weeks, 12 months, 4 different quarterly page spreads. Like, it has all of the things that you would need to be in this for a full year, but I anticipate probably getting a year and a half with this one. I'm noticing here that the weeklies look just really kind of pathetic in the undated version, and I know the idea is to put your own stickers down or write the dates in, so I'm just gonna have to think about that. I kind of wish she had just at least kept like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe a generic place for a midi calendar, because if you look at the weeklies, like all this is blank. I kind of would have liked that space up there, but I can always cover it with a sticker. It's really not the end of the world. So this is the undated common planner, and I'm excited about being in it because I really want to have a planner. Like, I haven't had a planner for years be like fully filled up, and I have tried one undated planner in the past. It was the Wonderland 222 planner. I found it honestly kind of thin and kind of unsubstantial in the hand as far as hand feel goes when I picked it up. So I wasn't in it. I didn't really stay in it, but again, this is this nice big Sterling Ink Common Planner that I'm going to be able to have.
As I create my planner system for next year, one thing I really want to get back into my life is learning. Between work, this YouTube channel, and life in general, it can be hard to find time to expand my knowledge. But I recently discovered something that's completely changing the way I approach learning. They're called Imprint, and they are sponsoring today's video. Imprint is like having a personal learning superpower. Imagine if you could take those few minutes you spend scrolling on social media and transform them into an engaging, interactive learning experience. This is exactly what Imprint does. It is a beautifully designed app that offers courses in everything from psychology and philosophy to finance and technology. But here's the kicker. It presents these with stunning visuals and animations that make complex concepts easy to grasp. I've been diving into their essential philosophy course, and I am honestly blown away. Each lesson takes just a couple of minutes, but I'm learning about major philosophical topics in a way that actually sticks. The interactive elements keep me engaged, and the bite-sized format means I can fit a lesson in while I'm waiting for my morning coffee to brew or during a quick break. What I love most about Imprint is that it turns learning into a habit. The app is actually designed around the science of learning, so it helps you build a routine for expanding your knowledge. And trust me, replacing my mindless scrolling with Imprint has actually helped me be so much more productive and intellectually satisfied. Millions of users are already learning with Imprint, and it has even been named Google's App of the Year. That's pretty cool. So if you want to dive into new topics and make the most of your time, Imprint is definitely worth checking out. To try Imprint for yourself completely free for a full 7 days, click on the link in my description box below. As a bonus for being one of my viewers, you'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Trust me, your future, more knowledgeable self will thank you. Thanks again to Imprint for sponsoring, and let's get back to unboxing.
I'm going to be putting my common planner in this planner cover. It is by a brand called Stone Ridge on Etsy. I really like them. The seller was very nice to me. My original order had an issue with it, and they were super nice and helped me fix it right away. So I do recommend them. But yeah, I'm going to be putting this in their B6 Stology cover and just having that as like an absolute unit throughout 2025. I might even start it in 2024. Now, because this was an undated planner, I did pick up her set of stickers so that I can date it myself. She makes these in the A5 and the B6 sizes. She might make them in other sizes too, but I'm just not sure. You can see that she has date ones that just have the months, the quarterly planning ones, which this is for the quarterly planning page. It has everything you'd need for that page. The months as well for the weeks and the month, and then like what weeks you're in, day stickers, number stickers, Monday to Friday stickers, basically everything you would need to replicate the print that already exists on any given Sterling Ink planner page in the undated planner. So I did pick up one of these because I really wanted to see, first of all, what these sticker things contained, and second of all, I just wanted to have a backup option. Like my last experience with an undated planner was the Wonderland 222, and I remember it was such a big deal for me having to go in and manually do the dates and stuff. So having stickers is going to be just really nice as a backup, so that getting into this planner is easy, just the way that I envision using it to be easy. So it's really nice of Sterling Ink, I think, to have these packs ready to go for users or customers who wanted to do the undated planner. I also picked up some of her other stickers, really just one sticker. This is actually like a habit tracker that you can put down, it has 31 days. I might use that, I might not. I just thought it was nice that she offered it. In addition to that, I got some of the hourly breakdown washi tape that she has. So you can turn to a page in the back and just throw a strip down and it will automatically align with the grid, so you can have your, like if you want to make a daily page. And I really do like using this back section to make a daily page like that with a schedule on it. So it basically just has this same numerical grid, but you can stick it down anywhere. So I picked these up as well. And then also got a couple of stickers. This one is the freebie that I got. I love her freebies. They're really so cute. And I've only ever used her freebies before, but I thought it would be fun to start this journal off by using one of her larger stickers. So this is from her September collection. I just think it's so beautiful. It's exactly what I want my planner to feel like. And I think it's going to be really nice on like an opening page. So I'm keeping this for that purpose. And I'd also really like to get more into Catherine's stickers because I really like her stuff. I just don't subscribe or anything, so I might be picking up more here and there. or maybe even subscribing. We'll see. So this was my haul in terms of sterling ink. I'm really excited to use it and just to see how I feel in an undated planner, if I like the use of stickers, what my user experience is going to be. I think it's going to be a nice change. Again, this might be kind of underwhelming for those of you who are like, oh, where's Rachel's take on the new planner launch? But like, the truth is, I just didn't want to buy any of them. And it's not because they're not beautiful products. They certainly are, and they're very tempting. It's just that I burned myself so bad last year by picking up so many things that I didn't need, that I felt an undated planner that was the substantial weight of a full year would really be the best user experience for me when it came to my own plans and the way that my brain works. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this in the new year. Maybe I sneak into it a little bit at the end of 2024. We'll see. Okay, some other things I got, some other goodies that I got from JetPens that are going to make their way into my planning world in the new year, and certainly in the end of this year. I basically went sticky note crazy on JetPens. So I'm just going to walk you through a few of the things since we're doing an unboxing already, and let me know if you have opinions on these in the comments down below because I'm super curious. The first thing I got was just another hard tip Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen. My hard tip ran out of ink like ages ago and I've been needing to pick up a new one, so I got a new one. Boom, done. And then these are all of the fun little products. So this one, I'll start with the big guy, is like a My Library. To be honest, I thought this was gonna be so much smaller than it is, but it is huge. I clearly did not read the dimensions on JetPens, and that's my bad. So I think the idea with this is that you actually are supposed to hang this little bookshelf like on your wall somewhere and then stick these books down, like they come off their stickers, stick these books down as you fulfill them. So I think that's the idea, but I actually want to use these in my planner because I want to really take advantage of the back pages in a way that I haven't done, at least that I didn't do for a lot of this year. So I really want to make the back pages of this like a true notebook for me where I write down my thoughts on books, write down quotes, things like that. So I picked this up hoping that it would be useful for that, and I think it will be. I just didn't anticipate it being so big. So here's your lesson, folks. Please check the dimensions when you buy things on JetPens. Don't just blindly go in thinking you're going to start a book reading habit and then buy a giant thing. So we'll see how that works out. I'm kind of excited about it though. I love to decorate, and having little stickers makes it super easy. Speaking of stickers, this is sticky note heaven. I'm going to try a bunch of new things this year and I'm really excited for it. The first thing I got are these little folding sticky note grids. They had a bunch of these on JetPens. They're from Book Friends, and they had a bunch of them with different stuff on the inside, but the idea is that you just sort of rip it off, it sticks along this edge, and then you can fold it down, and that's your sticky note. This goes inside your planner, and you sort of write down whatever you want on the cover, and then it has your notes inside. I think this is gonna be really nice for not just book stuff, because as I've mentioned, like one of my 2024 goals is obviously to read, but it's gonna be also good for things that I don't necessarily want on camera, because I can just close those notes up in a way that's very handy. And I was so confident I would use these that I got 2 of them. I think I might have been a little overzealous and I should have just gotten 1, but here we are. I also picked up these Make a Memo sticky notes from, I'm seeing Plan Marker and Paperian on the bottom. That must have been a rebrand. I don't really understand it, but whatever. They're from the same brand. And this one has something you can fill out for like today's spot. I've been trying to go to a lot more cafes and go out when I want to work, especially on my work from home days or when I'm doing just YouTube stuff, because being in my apartment all day is just driving me crazy. So I've been trying to go out more, and I think this is going to be really cute for when I want to like note down the coffee shops that I go to and other stuff like that. Essentially right now my Google Maps is just full of those little hearted coffee shop things, and it's kind of giving me anxiety. So hopefully this will be a way to put that in my planner so it doesn't have to just cover my Google Maps. And then the second one is sort of an all-purpose reviewer. So this was X amount of stars. It's a book, movie, musical, concert, etc. And then I can write the date I saw it, the title, and my quick review. I think this will be really fun, especially because my partner and I are getting back into doing weekly movies that we go see together. So I'm really excited to use this on like a Friday when we go to see our movie and just really quickly note down what we saw. We actually do, as a practice, reference my planner a lot when we're trying to remember what movies we saw. So I really think that this will come into handy and decorate my pages in a fun way. I also picked up some tracing paper sticky notes, which I think could be fun. I've seen a lot of people use these for books when they want to write in books, but they don't want to actually write in the book. Now these feel like tracing paper, they feel like parchment paper, so I think most of my pens will work on them, especially my ballpoint pen. I basically do everything in my Uniball Jetstream, but if you have any recommendations for pens that go over tracing sticky notes, leave them in the comments down below because I will certainly need some, especially like I don't think my Tombos will go over this or any highlighters that I have, so if you have any of those, please let me know. But otherwise, I'm excited to try this with the physical books that I'm reading this year. I think it will be cool. Lastly, I picked up this sticky note thing, which, if you know me, is just so very me. I was that literature major who literally wore like the Great Gatsby sweatshirt with the cover of the Great Gatsby on it with the eyes. But these are also, I think, Book Friends. Yeah, this is also Book Friends. They had a bunch of different little covers with sticky notes inside of them, but I just thought it was like a neat little way to carry around two all-purpose sticky notes, one with lined paper, one with graph paper. So I'm definitely going to be taking this with me, putting it in my pencil case. It's just a really easy way to transport sticky notes, and I like it a lot.
If you have not yet bought your 2025 planners, I will leave a nifty little guide right here next to my head for how to narrow down what you pick for 2025. Otherwise, let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, what you think of Sterling Inc.'s lineup, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.